We are at the Fleetwood Country Cruize In London, Ontario at the Steve Plunkett Estate. And this year, the featured mark is the C3 Corvette. Behind me, a sea of Corvettes. It's been a Corvette invasion here. Now, it's not just C3 Corvettes that are on display here. We have Corvettes from Corvette club owners, or Corvette owners who are members of Corvette clubs from all over Ontario. Big representation here from the Corvette Club of Ontario, Hamilton Corvette Club, it goes on and on. But here's a C3 right here. And C3s were made from like 1968 to 1982. And they were very distinct because, of course, they were all made of fiberglass, as Corvettes all were back in that day. There's no carbon fiber in use here, but back then, Corvette was, a very lightweight material to build these types of vehicles. And they were very distinct because of the styling. Styled after the Mako Shark II concept car from General Motors, the C3 Corvette became a sales leader. They broke sales records with these cars.
This new GM experimental idea car is not for sale, and probably never will be as such. But some of its innovations and touches of styling may appear in the showroom model someday. It's an offspring of the Chevrolet Corvette, known as the Mako Shark II. And its distinctive coloring, shading from...
And they continued in production right up until 1982. Now here's a late 80s version, done up in gold, T-tops. Of course, the SST car show vehicle was a 1982 Corvette Collector's Edition, which we then turned into kind of a resto mod, painted it all black. And this thing is very similar to what we had. A lot of them came with 350 small block Chevy engines, but it's the ones with the chrome bumpers and the big block engines that bring the real big bucks. Now, for a lot of years, you've been able to pick these up really for a bargain price. And just in the last few years, people have started to kind of appreciate them more. I think that these Corvettes kind of had sort of a disco stigma attached to them, but that's kind of fading away, and people are really seeing them more for what they really are, and you have to love the bulging lines. And here's a Corvette owner back here. Yeah. You're bulging because you're eating your lunch. Yeah. Now you're a member of the Corvette Club of Windsor, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
And so what did you bring today?
2016 Z06.
Okay. But these ones came before these C3s, and that's what we're celebrating here today. They were an important, milestone in the design of the Corvette, and continued for, from 68 to 82, right?
Right. You're right.
So what's your opinion of them? Do you like that style?
Oh, yeah, they're good. I had 2 or 3 of those. Yeah, they're a great car.
Yeah. What did you have in yours? Did you have a 350?
Yeah, 350 in it. And then the new one here has got the new 700 horse in it.
Yeah. And you can sort of see some of the carryover from the C3s to the current version, right? Where would you say the styling and engineering cues are found? What's similar between the two cars?
Well, just with the basic frame and the suspension and everything's pretty well the same. They've refined little things on them here and there, which I'm not quite versed on all of them, but they ride a lot nicer than the new ones. Yeah, they do, yeah. And they're a lot quieter too.
That's right. What's your name, Richard?
Dick Robinson, or Richard. Robinson. Yeah.
Anybody named Richard is a friend of mine. Thank you very much for helping us with the show. Let's move along here, Nathan, and we'll see what else we got to look at. More C3s over here. Oh, are you a C3 Corvette fan?
I am just a Corvette fan in general. I'm just trying to pick out, if I had to drive one of these ones, which one would I drive? I think so far the white convertible is winning.
Yeah. Do you like the old style, like this one here, these C3s?
No, I like to be honest, I like the 66, the blue 66 down there, love, and I'm digging the newer ones. I'm not a fan of the C3, I think. If that's a C3, I'm not so much of a fan.
Did you grow up like in the 70s, 80s?
Yes.
Yeah, see, like, I don't know, you probably think of that as kind of like a disco car.
Yeah, totally.
Told you.
Yeah, totally
Yeah.
a disco car. But,
Yeah.
you know, these newer ones, I love the feature there with the I don't know, the intake that cools off the back brakes there.
Yeah.
Love that feature.
Well, don't hold it against me. I used to own one of those, but it was not a midlife crisis. Okay? I'm just telling you.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate your honesty.
These ones, love the paint job on these. And what I really liked about these was they had the 350. It was sort of pre-fuel injection. You still had the carburation on them, so they were much easier to work on than the 82 that we had the crossfire injection, and it was really honestly a disaster. It was a new thing, new technology, and it just never really came together. And this is not stock, but a lot of guys are doing stuff like this where they take the old style Vettes and then they modernize them, put in modern drivetrain, and come on over and take a look at this new engine. So you put new Chevy power under the hood and update the car. And guys will also update the suspension, and they'll handle better, drive better. And so you get the old school looks with new technology and new performance. But it's cars like this with the chrome bumpers that really bring the big bucks. And if it's got the Stingray designation on the side, that's the other thing people look for, because not every year was a Stingray. They discontinued that midway through, and they didn't bring it back until just recently with the new C7. So Corvettes galore here at the Fleetwood Country Cruize In. Sea of Corvettes, a Corvette invasion, more C3s over there. It's kind of a trip down memory lane here, and I love these cars. To me, they're not disco mobiles. They are really a work of art. And as I say, people, collectors, car enthusiasts, really beginning to, I guess, appreciate them more for what they really are. And the values are coming up.
Turn back the hands of time with Antique Chevrolet Parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. Nose to tail fins, we have your parts. Call us toll free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person, or go to antiquechev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.